In this video, we will show you how to create an order and explain the available options. First, add an order note. We recommend documenting important information here, such as special agreements or the background of the order, so that you can keep track of things in the long term. In the next step, select the user who should receive the leads. Then, determine the appropriate lead category that the order should refer to. Now select the appropriate lead category for this order from the list. Using the lead price field, you can set an individual price for this order that overwrites the standard price. Let's enter a fixed price of 30 euros for the lead order as an example. If you want to sell leads below the supplier commission, you can activate the corresponding option. This ensures that the order still receives leads. Now activate the Ignore Supplier Commission option to ensure lead allocation. With the delivery interval, you determine how often leads are delivered, whether once, daily, weekly, or monthly. Let's select a weekly interval here, for example, to structure the distribution. Under Lead Quantity, you determine how many leads the user should receive in the selected interval, for example, 100 per week. Simply enter the desired quantity here, about 100 leads, for the selected interval. Additionally, you can set a maximum daily limit. This ensures, for example, that no more than 20 leads are delivered per day, even if the weekly quota is higher. Activate the maximum daily limit and set how many leads the customer should receive at most per day, about 20 leads. With the Compensate Claimed Leads option, the user automatically receives a replacement lead if a claim has been accepted. Activate Claim Compensation so that leads are automatically replaced in case of justified cancellations. Via the priority, you determine how preferentially the order is handled. 1 is the highest level. We recommend starting here with 100. So let's enter 100. This way you retain flexibility for later adjustments. It makes sense to leave multiple orders on the same priority level so that the algorithm can distribute the leads evenly. With the real-time setting, you determine whether leads are distributed immediately after validation or only within a certain time window. Alternatively to real-time delivery, you can define a specific time window in which leads should be delivered. Let's select the time from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. here as an example. In the order period area, you define from when, and if applicable, until when the order should be active. Click on the Start Date field and select the desired start date from the calendar. If the Continuous option is activated, the order remains active until it is manually deactivated. Alternatively, you can set a fixed end date. Let's now set a fixed end date and scroll down further to the delivery times. Under Delivery Days, you can select on which weekdays leads should be delivered. Let's deactivate the weekend here so that leads are only delivered on working days, and scroll further to the delivery area. In the Delivery Area section, you define which regions the leads are allowed to come from. Various options are available to you here. Let's first select Nationwide if the location of the leads does not matter. For a nationwide order, the location of the leads does not matter. Only the remaining settings of the order are decisive. Let's now switch to the Federal States option to specifically select certain regions. With the Federal States option, you can specifically select individual federal states from which leads should be delivered. Let's specifically select Baden-Württemberg and Hamburg from the list here and add them as delivery areas. With that, we have successfully set up the federal state filtering. Via zip code ranges, you can define certain numeric ranges to narrow down the target region. Let's select the zip code ranges and enter the range from 60,000 to 699,999 as an example. All leads within this defined range will then be considered for the order. Let's now switch to Custom Areas to start a search by radius. Custom areas are among the most frequently used settings. Here, you define the desired delivery area based on a zip code and a radius. The system automatically calculates all matching locations within this radius. Enter the zip code and the desired radius in kilometers. The system then calculates all locations within the radius and adds them to the order. You can also switch to custom zip codes at any time. With custom zip codes, you can specifically add individual locations or zip codes. Two options are available for this: the integrated radius search or manual entry. Let's use the radius search first. Enter a zip code and select a radius to find matching locations. From the results list, you can now add individual locations with a click or directly accept all locations. Confirm the selection afterwards with Done. The second option is the manual entry of zip codes, which you can simply paste into the text field, separated by commas. Let's manually enter more zip codes here and load them directly into the order. After loading, the accepted locations are displayed. These can be removed at any time if needed. As soon as all settings have been made, you can save the order. The locations are now loaded and appear clearly in the list. You can also remove them there if needed. Finally, click on Save to finalize your new lead order. A success message confirms the creation for you. The order was successfully created, and the confirmation appears in the top right. Excellent! You have now successfully configured your first lead order. It's best to test the settings directly with your own data to optimally adapt the lead distribution to your needs.